Welcome to Dungeon Damsels, everyone!
We just got here. We weren't having any technical difficulties at all.
No, not at all. Hi. Welcome to our D&D 5e campaign on the continent of Ionair. Let's go around and do some quick intros. Michael.
Hey there, I'm Michael. You can find me at RoboSardi on all the socials. I do art and animation, but tonight I'm gonna be Ellie, our little Eladrin druid princess in training, and I'm excited to play tonight with all of our lovely friends.
Okay. Amelia, why don't you go?
I'm Amelia, and I play Princess Ari, who is our sorcerer. And I'm an illustrator and becoming an author as well. And you can find my work at Amelia Pen Draws on Instagram, and pretty much anywhere else I happen to be. But Instagram's where I do stuff.
All right, Mckenna.
Alright, I'm Mckenna. I play Luna, our paladin who is wanted for murder.
Yay!
Yay! Very paladin-y of you.
Straight to the point. Straight to the murder.
And Serena?
All right, and hi, I'm Serena. I play Ciara, who is our Drow Eldritch Knight. Maximum internal scream. You can probably find her dream is to be a hippie. Anyway, you can find any of my drawing work usually on Twitter at Pixiepocalypse or Sloppy Claws on Instagram.
Yeah!
And hi!
Haha. You can find me at Dungeon_Damsels on X and on YouTube. So last session, the group encountered the court stylist, the great Meryl. With her assistance, with Ari's assistance, she presented this resplendent, ostentatious outfit that Ari had ordered. So quick recap here, Ari made a bet with Ciara and won, and Ciara had to wear whatever Ari picked. And the outfit that Ari picked was a sparkly two-piece with a matching skirt, a crop top, and matching heels. And Ciara, have you ever worn anything remotely close to this outfit?
No. It doesn't even have stockings or gauntlets, honestly.
So this part was broke me because Ciara, she had to spend the majority of the day with this outfit on, including their very serious war meeting. So the mission is to go to Borgovar, where the demons live, to save their friend. Yes.
Where the party is going and where the party currently is really tearing it up.
And then Ari wanted to try to ask Arteus for like some fancy magic items to help them on their quest, so she brought him snacks and also had Ciara come because she was dressed nicely, and he was like, I see what you're doing. And now you're bribing me with this. But she successfully borrowed some items that are pretty cool, and that's what I can remember off the top of my head.
We also... Yeah, it was a lot of planning. We also went to the library where some of us couldn't read all the things that were in the library through no fault of our own. It was probably just a culture thing.
The Arcane Elves are very proud of their language.
Yes. Makes sense that they have a lot of it.
You guys found out stuff about Borgovar, so now I believe you have some time to yourselves again. I think the plan was to go to the other libraries, the courthouse, and look for information for Luna.
Yep, just to, throw that dead man's armor at them and make it her armor. It's not gonna fit some parts, I'm gonna let you know that.
Well, it's magic armor, but the way I see it is that it's not smart magic, because, because it was built for a man, so, Ciara's curvy, my dudes. So the armor's just going to expand like a barrel and go around her chest, but the waist isn't going to be tapered at all, so she's just going to have this huge, metal
I just
plate
imagined,
around
like,
her.
what is it, like a video game texture where it's like they just, like, there's a design on the front and then, like, they just stretch out that, like, texture
Exactly.
on that one part just proportionally. Like,
Her arm won't clip through the armor either, so she's just sitting here like, I never wore a barrel before either. Just a lot of firsts here.
can't put my arms down!
Technically, it still works. It's just not fashionable or practical.
And as we know from the dress, we gotta at least look good if we're going to bar.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'd like to, just fail like a knight and not a can.
So let's just
I think Ari's leading her down to where the armor.
Yeah,
is.
that's why I went with you, is because you're
Yeah.
like, I know where the armor place is. And she's like, I
I
believe you. Wait, those trays look heavy. Let me carry them.
okay.
Why are we here?
Are we all going, or I can't remember because I think we were together, but did we decide to split the party? What are we doing? Are we going together, or are we splitting the party?
I think we split, didn't we?
I think we split.
Okay, so Luna and Ellie, and then Ari. All right, so
I think we were gonna join you after.
okay. So we'll do evens and odds. The Ellie party is even, and the Ari party is odd. Okay, it looks we got even. So the Ellie party. So that's the Ellie party.
Yeah, Ellie Patty.
Okay, so the library in question is actually a record center. Once outside the castle, Luna and Ellie are at street level. Okay, so the city's immediate space outside the castle is the ring or tier of the upper class, and the Umbra Cloud extends. That's right. It's called the shield. Is called the Umbra Cloud.
Ooh.
So it's kind of like this magic shape that extends over the city. And currently, only the upper district and the middle. Currently, only the upper district and the middle market district are being protected by it. You see houses that are tall and slender with small gates around them that lead out to the street. Most of their structure buildings are made of stone, and you can see arcane elves with affluent clothing walking by, and some of them actually bow their heads to Ellie and whisper Eladrin Sorin. And then step aside as if they were in the way. And Luna, you get strange looks. People stop and stare at you like they've never seen anything like you.
Luna will try to politely wave, but at first take it as a compliment, but then after a little while, like,
I'm not proficient, but can I do like a history check? Like, have I heard that term like around the castle during our time here?
Yeah, make a history check.
Gonna roll this mid die. Oh, okay, that's not bad. I got a +0, but I got an 11.
I'll give it to you because you have heard it before.
Okay.
Sorin is an honor. So it's an honorific.
Ah.
You're being honored as an Eladrin. And after you leave the upper district, you get to... It's a much more boisterous. It's like a marketplace. Here, in the middle district, you have a lot of crafts and artisans, like the middle class, obviously. So the populace is way more varied. You get a lot more tieflings. It's not just the tieflings that are half human and half demon. It's like tieflings of all shapes and sizes. Like, you swear you see one is half goblin and more a sea elf tiefling. You actually see a number of actual sea elves around. You also see variants walking around, which are a different aquatic race. There's other small aquatic races. You see a bunch of human mutts, like half orcs.
it's like me.
Yep. You see Scatalians, which are the cat people.
Is Big Luna with you too?
Yes, now.
Dog Luna.
She is! Okay, so the two of you are on this giant direwolf.
Yay!
No one's staring at us.
And then, like,
She's white. She might. Do they think that she's like an arcane elf because she's white?
no.
Okay. That would be fun.
When you're going through the upper district, people are like, whoa, okay, I'm gonna move for this giant wolf. And then in the like middle district, you see people who are like, "Whoa, that's cool! I want one." There's some. I feel like people would also just get out of your way because it's a giant dire wolf, regardless of tier. But you also
if they don't make way for you, then they make way for the dog.
You also see a large population of animals who are walking the streets, and they have like kind of a harnesses for little bags on them. They have clothing and collars. Herds of cats walk together side by side, mewing in conversation. Dogs, deer, animals, all kinds are in pairs or groups. And they'll even walk into shops. There's some shops just have a smaller door for them to go through. And there are a lot of them that have this blue collar or a similar fancy collar. You can actually hear them as animals speak. Speaking to each other, speaking to other people. So you're mostly hearing Arcanic, which is the common language here, but I'm pretty sure most people here also know Common.
Mm-hmm.
It is called that, Common. So then you get to the library records in the education section, which is just northwest of the district that you are in. And so the street signs here are in Arcanic. So the two of you need to make intelligence checks to figure out which building it is.
He's gonna
walk into City
give
Hall.
myself some guidance.
I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, the two of you are just like,
I got a 9.
I'm looking around. I'm like, let's see. Oh, dang, that's actually really good. Thank you, guidance. I rolled an 18.
Okay, so, like, at first, Luna, you were just trying to decipher the word root, since Undercommon and Arcanic have some of the same roots.
Like Spanish and Italian.
Yeah. Well, it's actually more varied than Spanish and Italian,
Okay.
but yeah.
Spanish and French.
Yeah, that seems closer, but I don't know either well enough, to be honest. So anyway, and then Ellie, you notice that there's some pictures around you on the above the doors. There's basically a picture of a book with a quill, and you look at it saying, maybe that's it. The building also has maybe some scales? I actually haven't thought about the Arcanic symbol for justice, so I forget that. We'll just say that you, Ellie, you point out the building and you approach it. Then there's probably some kind of security guard. So we can just say that you go and ask him, and he says, "Oh yeah, this is the right building." So the two of you go in, and once at the record center, you are put into a line. A long one. You have nothing to do. Roll charisma to maintain the face of mature adults in line.
What was that you cut out for me?
Roll charisma, it seems, to maintain your adult composure while in line.
Stuck in a line.
Do I still have Giant Luna with me?
I mean, did you leave her outside, or did you bring her inside with you?
I would have either put her away magically or brought her in.
I mean, there's a security guard, and I feel like he'd be like, can you...
Gotta put away.
Can you put your steed over at, we have a code.
You please put away your horse dog.
Oh, I got a clap dog. And then she disappears.
Oh, the guard
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
wide-eyed.
Oh,
and
whoa.
It says,
Wow.
that works.
Hot dog.
You can go in
Hot
now.
dog.
Charisma. Oh, remember you have +5
Oh.
with my thing.
Ooh.
25.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I rolled pretty good. I rolled a 19.
All right, the two of you are pristine. You know, the edifices of maturity who do not whine.
Yeah, Ellie has this thought where it's like, wait a minute, this is probably part of my princess training.
I just remember like teaching Ciara like certain model poses, and she's just subtly like making those in her head. Yeah.
You also notice probably during the time Ciara will take direction very easily. And she won't question it until later, but she'll still do it.
Yeah, I see Luna doing that, and I sashay a little bit, and just like, yeah, wait, I saw Ciara doing something with her hips. I don't know how she does it. And I'm just like kind of.
Luna notices that she'll kind of like do the thing that she told Ciara to do, like just kind of show her like, hey, this is how you do it.
It's spaced out in time enough that it looks like you guys, whenever people look at you, you guys are adultly Vogue posing. It's just like, we are mature and fashionable. You pretty much look like a ad for any like
Flip hair.
Yeah.
Perfume.
Flip hair, leaves fly.
Just for fun, do a persuasion check. I mean, not persuasion, performance.
I got nat 20, so it's 25.
Wow. Yeah, you're voguing like crazy.
You look like the ad for Nordstrom or something like that. What is a really bougie magazine?
I got a 9, so I'm just.
You kind of look like more inviting, like, you know, from a Claire's ad.
And this
Oh wait a minute! I gotta accessorize.
Yeah. Yes.
So the person in front of you turns around. It's a half elf. He's male. He says, "Wow, you're stunning. I'm a painter. Can I paint? Can you model for me?"
Of course.
Oh, great. All right. He kind of like pats himself here, and he writes down some information. He says, "Come check me out. I'm at this atelier." You see the name of the studio he works at. I think you'd be great. And he looks at Ellie and he says, "You know, I think you're great for something that's more abstract. You can come too."
Did you call me abstract?
Thank you.
You shouldn't have. I have a boyfriend.
If you're not interested in modeling, that's okay too.
I mean, I guess I am. I mean, I guess princesses can model.
Like he looks at Luna like, is she for real?
He is a princess.
Oh, what are you the princess of?
Good question.
Science.
Artius hasn't told me that. I'm the princess of the Spring Fae courts.
Make a persuasion check. Make a persuasion check. At disadvantage.
Meanwhile, somewhere on the lift, there's Ciara and Ari, and like she's just sort of like doubles over a little, like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Oh, I'm worried. I don't know why." Oh, I don't know why I'm worried.
You have
Yeah,
nothing to be worried about. You look
so-
gorgeous.
Thank you. In her brain, not what we're thinking, but all right, I'll take it.
Yeah, so I'm just like posing with my staff and my my bubble pipe, and I I like say that title, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm the princess of the Spring Fay Court, and I tap my staff, and just like just a bunch of just like kind of like pollen and like kind of like petals come up as I roll like an 11 on my persuasion.
Yeah, there's just you get a really slow nod. Oh, that's great. Nice to meet you, Your Highness. It's all in his eyes as he looks at you, and he looks at your staff, and he looks at you, not wearing shoes, and next to you, there's like a butterfly floats by, and he says, okay, all right.
There's some cultural differences.
Yeah, definitely.
I slowly lean towards Luna, and I'm like, I think the training is paying off.
Just keep working at it. It takes years of practice.
Ellie just being so proud of herself, just
Luna not wanting to shut her down. Like, but
I support you as my friend, but also we're working on it. We're working on it.
all this from working on it.
We're doing it.
She's wearing socks now, at least. Used to be bare feet.
Final season, and we get Crocs and the hiking gear.
Yeah.
Yes. One of us gets a quilted onesie.
Peak fashion. Everyone, peak fashion.
And warm.
And warm. So the line continues forward. The pace is maddening. You hear the swish of quills going. There's kind of a constant drone of the slow scritch of paper and pen. And the artist in front of you, he gets called to a window. And then you wait forever. Just nothing happens for the longest time. Every single window takes forever. And just the background sounds are so boring, it's a lullaby. So everyone, just roll a constitution save to not zone out.
got a 15.
I got an 11.
Okay, Luna, you're barely hanging in there. And then you feel Ellie just slump over against you.
Girl.
Look.
Wake up!
I feel like going to Bolgavar is a whole lot easier than this.
I can't disagree.
You hear... so there's a little flag system when someone's done, and they wave a little flag when someone's... So at the very end, a little flag appears. It's your turn.
Let's go.
Let's hurry while we still have consciousness.
Yeah. Okay, so you arrive at the window. Through the window of one of the clerks. And it's this elderly tiefling turtlekin. She has horns, a shell on her back, along with this tail that whips behind her. It's very long, and green-gray skin that has a bald head with spots like a turtle. And her name tag says Constance in it's first Arcanic script, and then it says Constance in Common. Yeah,
Common.
Script.
Yeah.
In like tinier letters.
Yes, in tinier letters. At first she says something arcanic, and then she goes, Oh, Common, yes, how can I help you?
Hey, we're looking for... what is it?
She adjusts her little glasses.
So we're on an assignment to find documents about history of curse-induced murder.
Oh, fascinating subject.
Yeah.
I've done some reading myself. And then she launches into this long-winded explanation, because that's just what old people do.
Are her hands moving while she's doing it?
And I need you to roll an intelligence check so you are not bored to death.
Are her hands at least moving as she's telling this tale, spinning this yarn?
She takes out her glasses and kind of rubs them and goes, "Oh, where was I?"
Intelligence check or save?
I
Save, that is gonna
okay.
be 17.
Yeah, you're on fire today.
I got.
Simply agree with her that the subject.
I was
is
ready for the
fascinating.
library when I woke up this morning.
So that's a 7 for me.
Remember your +5
Oh,
from me?
Yeah.
that's a 12.
The ancestors are looking out for me today.
Yep. Yeah. So Luna, you feel just your arm getting a little wet as Ellie leans on you and drools a little bit.
Ellie, kind of a nudge.
Oh, and Constance says, "Oh, look at me, drone on. Oh, you probably want to get to your records now. I do believe they're this way, and so I'll come show you." So she gets her cane out, and then she opens this gate and lets you through, and she reminds you of Turtlekin. Seems that she moved slow.
She scuttles along, slow but steady, winning the race.
Yeah, not in a hurry. Turtles are slow, and elderly turtlekin are also very slow.
Yeah. It's like a escort mission like in a video game where like your
where they're
character
like
just moves at normal speed while like the NPC
they're
is just...
walking, but their walking speed is faster than the designated walking speed for the PC.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Slower than the running.
Yeah.
Gotta run in circles.
So you can't keep pace with them. And so she...
So like Ellie takes like one step in place of like the Turtlekin's like 5 steps.
Yeah, she takes a bunch of little steps and just scoots along, and row after row of scrolls and books and paraffins of documents. Oh, this could be interesting. You can both roll a survival check to not get lost in this maze.
I'm gonna ask the ancestors for help on this one.
I'm gonna whisper to my staff and be like, "Hey guys, help me my eyes and ears," and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
Ooh.
Oh,
All
wow.
right, 21.
It's actually really good. On
It's labyrinthian in here, just everything looks the same.
It's a 23 for me.
23! Yeah, the two of you notice it's numbered. You just look pretty high up on the stacks, and you're like, oh, it's numbered, not everything's the same. If you had rolled low, I would have made you roll again, and then made a survival check to try and link this to another area, but anyway. You have no problem navigating the space once you realize...
I know how to get in, I know how to get out.
Like the little hutches.
Yeah, hutches, that could be another word. And she comes to this cabinet and pulls out one of the drawers. It has all these drawers that are labeled, and she starts to leaf through the long filing system with her clawed fingers. She says, curse-induced murders. And she has this little magnifying glass attached to a chain. She looks at it. Oh, that's not quite right. Not here. And she puts it back. Begins again. You two can attempt to help her if you want to. one of you can give her guidance.
I can give her some guidance.
He has a Dewey Decimal System. Maybe you want to start with this box.
She gets a +3.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can roll for her right now. She got an 9. She rolled really low.
The ancestors are doing their best.
It's been a long day.
Maybe it might be under curses and not crimes. You hear a slide of a different drawer. Oh, silly beans. So the two of you are just like waiting for this old turtlekin to find right documents. And now we're gonna go back to Ciara and Ari now. The two of you are in the elevator.
Yeah, I felt this sudden wave of worry at some point, and she's just like, "What are those about?" Because it probably lines up with time when we split off. That's when you guys went into the city, and then we had our talk with Ardius, and then we got into the elevator, and that's probably lining up with when you guys were in line talking with the guy. So it's like, oh, these guys were in the line for a while. All right, so where's the smithy?
Oh, just this way. So I'm assuming it's downstairs somewhere, right?
Yeah, so you take her downstairs. The castle does have its own smithy. Several, actually. But there's one that you're aware of. It's a Dillywood Clan one. It's down in the courtyard. It's by the stables, actually.
Yeah, I know.
By the stables.
Of course I know where it is.
Why do you think I volunteered to take you?
And so you come down and go through the back kitchen door. That's your preferred exit. And you see Adrian, the cook. He waves and he's like, "Hey, let me know if you want some snacks, princesses. And you're looking real nice, Ciara. Ciara, it took me a minute to... Ciara, it took me a minute to remember your name. Ciara, yeah, you're looking real nice. Is there a special occasion going on?
No, I lost a
Something I
bet.
didn't know? Hey, maybe you should lose bets more often."
Thank you. And if she doesn't remember his name, she will ask Ari discreetly. His name, Adrian? Right. Thank you, Adrian.
He waves and the two of you go outside. And you come to the smithy and stables. So there's the stables in the distance, and off to your right is the smithy nestled by the wall. Ari, see the wonderful Gaius. Actually, yes, it's midnight. So it's a starry sky, and you see the beautiful Gaius that's just riding one of the horses because the horses need exercise. That's part of his job, so he's just riding the horses around.
Oh, hey there, Ari. I didn't see you there.
She's just like,
Okay, Rashad's not here, and it's beautiful tonight.
Make a charisma save, Ari.
Ciara's doing just fine, cool as a cucumber.
what do I'm sorry, I'm not.
Charisma save? It's at the top of your sheet.
Yeah, there we go.
You should be proficient.
Yeah, I am. There's a 13.
You have to talk to Gaius. It has to.
Are you?
So what do you do?
Can I try keeping her on track?
Yeah, you can basically
Contestants.
yeah, you grab her arm and pull her. So straight roll.
Oh god.
Well, the custard strength against her charisma roll. So Ari, just do a charisma check against her. Ciara's check.
Another charisma check.
Yes.
Well, I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 25.
Oh, gosh.
17 plus 8 for strength. I'm like, oh no. So she pretty much effectively.
But wait.
Business before pleasure. Business before pleasure. It's a basic tenet. And she's like, oh, it's a very. Well, no, she's like, she sits and she thinks about it, and she's like, It's a basic tenet of any sort of manner of professionalism or courtship, business before pleasure. You never want to be on the rush to do something important. Which we are. We have a few things.
Oh.
I promise I won't bother you with anything else, but we got a little bit. All right?
Do you have much experience with this stuff?
There is like this. She's like looking directly at you. Her eyes like are just look at you. Like her brain goes to a different place. She's like, oh, with courtship. She's just sitting there like, oh, what do I say?
Yes, I think
not with a courtship and the like. But she does this like little thing where it's like, oh, experience of something, but she's not going to like immediately tell. She's like, oh, experience of something, not with the courtship bit.
It used to be so easy to talk to him, and now I get all flustered.
Okay, well that's a little familiar. And then she remembers she talked with Aravan about this a little bit at some point, and so she's just like, well, approach it as talking with a friend at first. Otherwise, you're anxious because you're considering something that's far flung. If you're firing at something, you want something within range. If you're firing past your target, you're not going to hit it. Make sense?
I mean, we've been friends for a really long time. It's just recently things seemed harder.
And like, I don't know if you noticed this, but Ciara's like sort of walking with you and talking with you now. She doesn't know where you're going, but she's like, where's
Do I know where I'm going?
You know where the armory is, but she's just like nudging you.
I know, but that's not where my brain is.
Here, let's see. You are going the right direction.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, and she's just like, well, how is it weird? Or no, how is it? Is it like weird, or is it uncomfortable, or is it scary?
I just go blank on what to say. Like, I used to be able to talk to him really easily all the time, and now it's everything feels awkward.
Suppose you don't really have common. Well, do you have any common interest? She's like about to stop. She's like, I don't have anything in common, because her brain's like, oh, princess, someone who works for you. And then she immediately stopped before she said nothing in common. She's like, do you have anything in common? Goes the other direction.
Horses. Horses.
What else does he like?
Oh, lots of things. He's a really good wood carver.
Wood carving.
And we used to hang out where he would change into his dog form and I'd be in my cat form, and we'd go on trips out to the fields together with the horses. That was nice. We haven't done it in a little while.
Does his family live in the castle or somewhere in the city?
Somewhere in the city, I guess.
Does he have any other hobbies? Other interests? Other girls? Just sitting there. She seems like she's interviewing him through you. How much do you know about this person you're interested in? I am curious.
Hold on. Am I going in the right direction?
Yes.
Yes, you are going in the right direction. I will have you roll for information on Gaius. So do history, perhaps? I just wonder about, like, personal information and what role to apply to that.
Personal history. No, I'm kidding.
Personal history roll.
I mean, I think I've done history to find where my brother hides things, so...
Yeah, we'll just stick to history.
Oh, there we go, friends. So it's 19 on the dice, plus my 4, so 23.
Nice. She's asked a lot of questions. At length, she knows everything about his life.
Gaius he reads a lot, actually, because he is interested in furthering his education beyond just being like a stable hand. And he does really like animals, and he wants to work with animals, but he isn't sure what is beyond working outside the city or the castle. He also limited to his own socioeconomic class situation. He aspires to have more education, but he doesn't think it's possible to see it happen. Now that's something that he thinks about a lot. And then of course he likes doing outdoorsy stuff like hiking and fishing and wrestling, skipping rocks. That's something the two of you do. He likes music, but he prefers things that are less complicated, like folk music. So he's not the type of person you'd want to drag to an opera because he'd just fall asleep. But if you took him dancing or something, he's more of a physically active person, so he'd be more interested.
Can I imagine Ari is just spilling her guts about this to Ciara?
Let me tell you about Gaius, but he likes this and this and this.
He's just really sweet.
He sounds very aspirational. Do you have aspirations?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. Ciara asks if you don't know, but she doesn't say it in a judging way. She asks in oh?
I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. My mom wants me to hold some sort of office in government or whatever, which is boring. Or be married to somebody boring.
I think I might have misplaced. She sits there because Ciara's just boring and important seem to have been been traded out somewhere along this thread of thought in her brain. But she just looks at her and she's just like, boring to consider everything about your people, or boring in the fact that it's the practice that doesn't appeal to you?
It's the practice. It's all the talking and the paperwork and the big jargony words that are just all scooped around and befuddling.
Would it intrigue you more if you had a more hands-on approach?
I'd much rather go and explore and see things and just get to experience the world. But I'm excited to get to go to this, what's the place called again that we're going?
And Ciara just her eyes stay fine, but then just her mouth, Barokavar, and her teeth are just clenched. I'm excited to go into a war zone is what she heard. A raging, fiery inferno of a war zone. And Ciara's just Barokavar. Well, it will be a different experience, and it certainly won't be boring. But you know why you're going, eh?
Go save some tieflings.
Aye. She looks at her and she's like, well, it's definitely something to do. It's definitely something to do. And she just doesn't know what to tell you. She's sitting there in the back of her mind,
energy coming out. It's just
inside of her soul is crying, just do the paperwork. It's safe. There's an internal Ciara holding a bouquet of flowers, crying. Just do the paperwork. You won't stop. And Ciara's just well, it's not just going to be all flowers, I imagine. Which is why your brother handed you all the important things, all of them important trinkets and gadgets.
Help us out so that we can be heroes and save the tieflings.
So that you can return home safely.
And that, yes.
That is key among them. We'll talk about that later. Honestly, it sounds like the lad is very aspirational, and you are still looking for a place somewhere, or at least something that you want to be placed in because you are bird. Or you don't want to be placed. She's looking at you and trying to figure that out. Do you not want to do it because your mom's telling you to do it, or do you not want to do it because it just... you don't know what you want to do?
Well, I'm not totally sure. My sister was always the one with the plans, but I don't know. I haven't figured out my own plans yet.
I got one side of the plan. Well, you're doing something, which is a plan. I got a plan. A plan?
Hi, this is Tiffany, your GM. Thank you for watching. You can find us on YouTube and in podcast form. We do not stream because it just hasn't worked out in our test runs. But regardless, we thank you for listening. We update when I can. My work and my life keeps me from editing, and my non-detail oriented mind keeps editing hard. I have to re-record my lines or sometimes someone else's lines, and that's why the updates are taking so long. And it's very specific, the work, so I can't really delegate it. Anyway, thank you for bearing with us, and we hope to hear from you soon.